Hey everyone, I'm Jennifer Zimmerman. I'm here with my first leadership interview, and I have an amazing subject with me today, my sister, Leyna Ambron. Hi, Leyna.
Hi, Jennifer. Sorry, I had to say it like that.
That's okay. Well, thanks for agreeing to do this with me today. I've been doing weekly leadership articles with people I know, and they've all followed a very traditional career path. And I was very excited that you were game to chat with me because I think you've taken a different path and a very successful path. And so I wanted to explore that a little bit with you today.
Well, I started in casting when I was 19. I always knew I wanted to work in television. Well, originally I wanted to be a photographer, but I had a high school teacher that told me that, good luck with that. Super competitive and you'll never make it. And which was super discouraging as a 17-year-old kid. So I totally abandoned that dream and went to another dream. And I worked in casting for almost 12 years before I left full time to pursue photography. And there was a little bit of overlap. I never stopped taking pictures. Photography was always my true love. My girlfriend had a baby, and she invited me to the hospital to meet their baby. I brought all my cameras because that's what I do. Delivered the photos, and she was like, whoa, we have a lot of photographer friends, and your photos are like by far my favorite, and you have to pursue this. Like, what are you doing?
Mm-hmm.
I needed that encouragement because as an artist, it's a very vulnerable place to be, I think, in from a career
Yeah.
standpoint. She's like, just post the photos, just share them and see what happens. And a friend of mine from elementary school who I hadn't spoken to in bazillions of years reached out and said, I have a 3-month-old. Can I hire you to take pictures of my baby? Yeah, okay. I didn't realize this could be the thing.
What a path. I
Yeah.
mean, it sounds like that first person you photographed in the hospital kind of was your champion.
Oh my gosh. You're always going to suffer from that. I feel like forever. Well, I want to say that baby that I photographed that started my business he's turning 15.
Oh my gosh.
But and there's always going to be imposter syndrome, and I think that that's where you really have to work on building confidence within yourself and knowing your worth.
Mm-hmm.
So a good reminder that, like, I've been doing this a long time, and I've studied, I've worked on myself, I've worked on my art, and I need to remind myself that that counts for something.
100%.
And then at a certain point, I'm like, maybe she teaches me nothing. What's the worst that could happen? And she kind of pushed me out of that comfort zone, like, try it like this, or maybe, do a walk around and maybe try shooting in that light. But maybe I add some cool new
Yeah.
stuff, and maybe I try new things, and maybe it doesn't work. She helped me kind of understand that, like, you might shoot nothing that you like, but at least you'll be like learning something in that,
I love that message. We can
Yeah.
always learn.
Oh my gosh, I've gotten so much bad advice, especially when I was starting my own business. The worst thing was, don't charge a lot of money because nobody cares that you have to pay your bills.
Eesh.
Well, I think it's important. It's tricky to be a leader when you also have imposter syndrome. Now that I'm my own little boss, I have to motivate myself some days. Some days I'm not in the mood to go make pretty pictures. In order to be a good leader, you're a constant work in progress.
Yeah.
Charge!
I love that.
Color. Be red.
Ooh, say more.
Red feels like a power color. Strong but friendly.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's possible to be both. And I aspired to be both when I was running departments. My favorite bosses were ones that were confident, strong, but like fun.
Yeah.
Because why do anything if it's not fun? The right leader is going to be fun.
Yeah.
And it's okay to be strong and you don't have to intimidate to get the job done. I am a believer that if you really want something and you're willing to work for it, you will make it happen. And I know that that's easier said than done because I never thought I'd be a photographer full time for a living. And this is a dream come true for sure. But it has not come without a lot of hard work and frustrating days. And even though it's my dream job, it's still work. So keep your eye on the prize.
Thank you for tuning in and stay tuned for our next leadership interview. I'm not sure who will be up next, but it'll be someone great, I promise. And thank you. Bye.